Hey guys, today we're looking at two very similar brands of wall surge protectors. Over here on the left, this is from the brand Mifaso, and over here on the right is the brand POWRUI, and you can see these things look very, very similar. But in this video, we're going to go through some of the similarities and some of the differences between these two devices to help you decide which of these is best for you. So to start with, they both have 9 total outlets, but where those outlets are like what type of outlet they are is a little bit different. This one has 5 regular outlets, 3 USB-A and 1 USB-C. This one essentially trades one of the USB-A ports for another standard outlet. I kind of prefer that setup, but if you have just more USB cables that don't necessarily have the plug to them, that might be nicer for you over here with the Mifaso. The other thing is that these are both ETL listed, which is essentially the same standards as UL listed. So it's nice to know, that's nice to see with any of these wall surge protectors you are going to buy. And you'll also notice that there is lots of space between all of these outlets here. That is also nice to see if you have oversized plugs like these. Like this one, you're not going to be blocking other plugs in either one of these two devices. A cool feature that both of these have is a nightlight function. I'm going to plug it into the wall here and show you real quick. We'll start with the Mifaso over here on the left. We'll just plug that in, and then I'll cover up the sensor over here, and you can see the nightlight at the bottom there. And with this one, we're going to plug it into the wall here if I can line it up. There we go. And you can see that's already on there, and it has 3, I believe, different levels of brightness depending on how much ambient light is in your room there. That's super cool. It depends whether you want your night light to go down or you want it to kind of trace the perimeter of your surge protector there. Both kind of cool designs, cool feature to have. And with both of these, you can turn that off manually. If you want to put this in your bedroom and you like it completely dark, don't worry, you can turn off the nightlight function manually on both of these. It is optional, but it is a cool option to have. So one of the stark differences between these two is actually there's an additional feature with this Mifaso, and that is it comes with this, which is a shelf for it. You can just slide this right in up at the top there. So when you put it into your wall, you now have a shelf to put devices on. So if you plug it in, you can put a speaker on top. You can put your phone on top when it's charging. It's just a nice little thing to have, so you don't have to put your devices on the floor or somewhere else that'll get cluttered up. I thought that was a really handy function, and again, completely optional. If you don't want it, you just slide it out and it's exactly the same. So what's the last difference between these two? Is the number of joules, and joules are essentially the lifespan of these devices, how many surges it can take until your devices are no longer protected. The Mifaso on the left is 1800 joules, which is the best of the 5 brands of these I've tried. On the right, the POWRUI, 1680 joules, very close, also very, very good. So they both have good lifespans to it. But the Mifaso is a little bit better. Overall, like I said, 2 very similar devices here. If I had to choose one, I'd go with the Mifaso just because it has a little bit longer of a lifespan. Other than that, these are pretty similar. I do like the shelf as well with the Mifaso. So just a little more versatility, a little longer lifespan. But overall, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these products. They're both very, very good options.